All right, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris here, Better Investing. Happy Monday. Today's March 9th, 2026. Crazy day in the market. Taco season is here. We'll go look at the few things real fast. Not going to be here for too long. Looking at the weekly right now, but here's the daily chart. We did get brought up. Hopefully, it wasn't last to the gangbang trying to short this. No, towards the earlier of the session, really didn't get no move to the downside. Good chances that we kind of trading this range, for a day or two. I'm not 100% sure. Who fucking knows in this crazy ass market, but it was nice to kind of see us get bought up again. Still chopped, still range bound. Really line in the sand is probably like these lows from here, from what's that, October, November. Yeah, like down here, it's kind of like where you really want to see like it forfeit. I still got this I still got this weekly gap because I just never seen an exhaustion gap like that where like it's just, just straight up. Like I know like gaps, like it's just it's unfilled, like not even a wick. I still have that, and funny because like if you kind of mark out like the highs from here, it actually ends up being like a 20% correction, like right into that territory. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not 100% sure if we hit it, but it'd be fun if we do. But yeah, so yeah. I mean, what happens on the market? Who knows? QQQ really, I think QQQ pre-market like came down and tapped somewhere around this 200-day moving average pre-market, but by the time the opening session came up, we were already up at 594 or so, or maybe no, were we 594? Yeah, somewhere around like 594. Yeah, got brought up again. It might be a such situation where we kind of trade in this candle for a few days until some new information comes out. IWM came back and retested because I was like trying to figure out where this area came from. That's why you seen it on my chart. But came back and retested these previous highs from 2024 that we hit. Like that peak back there. It kind of hit it on a dot. Like I don't know why that's. I think that's like the double top area. Yeah. Like it's like this high from like 2021 actually. The high here is 244, 244.46. The low on this candle is 244.39. So pretty much like an undercut. So like that's the thing. Like if you have levels like that and you're looking at it, where's that 244? It's not here. But like 244, like it's like right here. Like if you see that, like, if that level, like if I put this level right, like it just give you an idea like how. Like if I was watching this and I was thinking about this, like how I would have probably tried to trade this, like knowing that's a big level. Um, let's go to like a 2 minute real fast. All right, 2 minutes up, like right there. It's kind of like what you kind of see. Like you see how we kind of just hold that spot. It's a very very tight risk that we just hold here. I mean, you could use a 5 minute candle. Let's go to a 5 minute real fast. Right? Yeah, it got a hammer right there. God damn. I mean, that should play right there. Long, right here. Long, right here. Where's your stop? Right underneath there. 69 cents. Anywhere for today gives you 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 5 to 1. Godly. Wish I was looking at IWM. I have not been looking at IWM. But yeah, I mean that was a pretty solid spot. You see the volume kind of kicked in here as well. Not the highest volume. You probably be a little more fearful considering that candle actually. Just kind of think about how I would have probably traded it. That candle does look a little nasty, but I mean, man, it came in, tapped that spot to the T. All right, so what I did trade today was we'll go really quick to go over a few trades that I took. So UVXY is one that I took. I was able to kind of capitalize on this move here. I was a little mad because there was no shares to short after I covered up. Like right when I covered up, right down here, I wasn't risking much. I got a nice move. I had like, it doesn't matter how many shares I had. Got a nice move. And when I went to try to re-short it again, or I was looking at it right here, I was like, man, I can probably re-short again with a tight stop. There was no shorts to share. I mean, there was no shares to short, and I was like, what the fuck? But at the same time, that happened on USO. 'Cause I think that was around the same time. Right, that was around like 11 something. If you go to USO, it was very similar. USO broke down. I was like right here. Actually happened a little earlier, 11 o'clock. But I was watching this spot here on USO, like this $18 spot. I mean, it's 118 spot. I don't know what happened at 9:45, but it had a crazy little wick and then a wick and it held right here at 118. I just marked it out. I said 118 is your spot. That's what I was thinking. 118 is your spot. And when this happened, I can't get no shares to short, and I did not have UCL up, and I wasn't thinking about SEO. I wasn't thinking about neither of those at the time. So I was like, damn, man, that's pretty fucked up. But once I started to look at UCL, I think it was this drop here. I kind of see I was just trading sideways right at the VWAP, and then like this flush started to happen, and I was able to get into SEO on this candle like right here. I got in like a great fill, like 987 was my fill, and then I ended up, again, I use a 1 minute. Don't get mad at me. But hey, you are what you eat. I ended up being able to even add more on this candle right here, and then we got a big move up. The next two candles took it off at 1050. Right? You say, oh man, this thing went to $11, but like if you were holding this until it closed below the EMAs, well, close below the EMAs right where I exit at. Right? It's right into the red to green spot. I said I made enough money on it. Wasn't risking. I was honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. I put on some good size on this trade. And I think for me, like when I looked at it after I got my initial cost basis, I pretty much was like, I'm just gonna put my break even like near my cost basis, like a little bit under my cost basis, and it worked out. It worked out for me. I mean, I could have turned a green trade into a red trade, but it wasn't gonna be a really bad red trade for me, because I think like my cost basis ended up jumping like 20 cents to like $10 where I got in at. And I'm just gonna put my stop underneath there and like see what happens. And I got the move. Other trade I took, this Tesla trade. I'm pretty disappointed in this Tesla trade because I had a good feel. I took this around like 1040. I'll show you exactly where I got in at 1040. Yeah, it was somewhere around here. I got in at. It was right around here. Like we kind of just reclaimed. Like you've seen this dump, and then I got in on this candle here. Somewhere around like I think like 38.50 or 38.35 or something. And I had a good amount of shares, and I was just like, I'm just gonna risk the bottom of this candle. That's all I was thinking. I was just gonna risk the bottom of this candle. We got to move up, right? I peeled some off up in here, right? Because looking at this nasty candle here, I'm like, yeah, this probably stalls out. I took some off. We got another big push up, and we pulled back here, and then we reclaimed this area. I re-added back those 75 shares, hoping that we get to 392. I'm letting it work. And again, this is probably, micromanaging it. But it closed below the EMA 20 consecutively. And I was like, all right, I'm out. And I just got out, right? And I was like, all right, fuck, it is what it is. And I should have left my stop under here on those 75 shares. Damn, I mean to say that. I should have left my stop on the additional 75 shares that I added. Because I re-added the shares, right? I had 150 shares. And I re-added those shares, and I was like, well, my stop is below here, and then I just ended up closing it on this candle here. So, and then you got this move here, and I'm like, damn, Chris, like how you fucked that up? But it is what it is. SNDK, I did try this short here. Maybe that kind of played a part because I seen the market kind of rolling over, and I seen this consolidation right here. I thought this 560 was going to be a spot where it break down at. Again, I was looking at it like this 560 is like an area on the hourly chart that I have. You can just kind of see it right there. This 560 location, right here, 560 location. Actually, I think I played a bounce here before, probably like last week. So I thought that was a spot for it to initially melt down. I seen the hourly, like how weak this hourly candle is. I thought we can get a little flush down to VWAP. We did not. Stopped out. I was only risking like $2.50. Probably too tight of a stop, but actually happy that it happened. Actually happy that it happened because this stock did end up moving. Whew, said a lot. Only thing I really think I probably should have kept on my radar is this BATL. I have been trading this really, really good. I talked about this 2670 spot. This has been a spot for the last few days where it just kind of initially faded off at. You kind of see up here, it consolidates, rolls, right? Presses into retest, rolls. Even early, I mean, this is early in the session, right? This is 4:30. Who the fuck is trading? But rolls, right? So big moves on this, and I wish I would have been looking here, thinking about the, if I can't short USL, I probably could have leveraged this or looked here for a potentially short candidate around that same time, right around. I mean, this rolled a little bit earlier, and so this rolled around. Because USL rolled around 11, and this started rolling a little bit earlier, around 10:40. So I think that's probably why I wasn't looking at it, because this wasn't under 18 yet. I mean, under 118. I was looking to see this get below 118. Once it did, I was like, oh, all right, that's what I need to look for. But yeah, said a lot. Happy Monday. How we trade tomorrow, I have no fucking idea. Probably no trade lightly tomorrow. Up on the week, up on the month, up on the year. Um, had a green week every year besides one, and lost less than three figures. Well less, like fucking pair of tennis shoes. Um, I just want to kind of keep that momentum going. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you guys today, man. Peace. God bless.